Hello everyone! They've added the legendary questline on the beta, so I thought it would be fun to take a look and see where the story is going to take us. As you can see in the title, this video will be about Warlords of Draenor, so if you don't want any spoilers, thank you very much for watching and please turn off the video right now. I've only been able to finish the first part of the questline, since the second part requires you to kill the end boss of Cho'gall, and Cho'gall isn't open for testing at the moment. The first part begins with Khadgar's assistant, who's chilling in your garrison, giving people tours, and he asked of you to go and meet Khadgar at his tower in Telador.
The Archmage is expecting you.
Observe and reflect.
Khadgar has a special mission planned, but before we can begin, we'll have to find some way to create a link between us and the Archmage, so he can communicate with us and check on our progress. A ring seems best suited for this task, and in order to craft it, we'll have to go into Skyreach and get a pure Solium band from High Sage Virix, which is the end boss of the dungeon.
For Azeroth, I think this is the beginning of a very powerful partnership, my friend. Good luck.
There's no difficulty requirement for this part, so you can even get the item on normal mode. With the band collected, we return to Khadgar and he explains that the very power of the sun is locked into the metal. Further details about the mission are given as he crafts our ring.
As powerful as I am, I cannot be everywhere at once. But you, Commander, are my greatest resource. Between the skill of your allies and the might of your garrison, there is not a stronghold that can withstand you. Under your leadership, the full might of the Alliance Expeditionary Force will engage the Iron Horde. But I will be concentrating on the single greatest threat to the safety of Azeroth. Gul'dan, darkness incarnate. In all my years, Gul'dan is the craftiest, most diabolical foe I have ever encountered. I hold myself accountable for his release. We must find and eliminate Gul'dan and his nascent Shadow Council network. With your help, I can track him down. I will ask a great deal of you. I will task you to the very edge of your abilities. But I will also help you as much as I am able. Together we will create for you an artifact of legendary power. With a core forged from the heart of Draenor's sun, this ring is a foundation upon which we will build a wonder. There, it is done. Now to find Gul'dan.
As the majority of our forces are focusing on the Iron Horde, we're going to team up with Khadgar and we're going to focus on Gul'dan and the Shadow Council. I love that they gave Gul'dan his own separate storyline, since he's one of my favorite warlords and he's just a scheming, evil character. He's just a badass and I love Gul'dan. Now a full story on Khadgar and possibly even Gul'dan, that will come in the future, but what you must know is that Khadgar, he knows about Gul'dan from our timeline, since he joined the first alliance in their battle against the first horde. He knows the threat that Gul'dan can be if left unchecked, so he wants to make sure that we take care of him. On top of that, we're also the ones responsible for releasing Gul'dan into the world, since he was actually imprisoned by the Iron Hordes. They used Gul'dan to power the Dark Portal. We had to disconnect the Dark Portal from Azeroth, so we set him free.
Do not delay, mortal. I can feel the life essence of your armies fading. There will be time for regret later. We will meet again.
During your questing experience, you will team up with Khadgar even before the legendary questline, and you'll try to find out what Gul'dan is trying to do, and you'll try to stop him. This happens for the Alliance in Shadowmoon Valley and for the Horde in Frostfire Ridge, but unfortunately we're not that successful.
It's all fun and games until...
We weren't able to stop Gul'dan, but we did learn about his plans with Cho'gall and Terongor. We're actually sent into Nagrand and into Telador to stop these two, but again, we're unsuccessful and the Shadow Council has to be dealt with. To do this, we'll first have to find Gul'dan and we'll have to get some proper equipment, since that old legendary cloak, that just isn't good enough. For the scrying spell to locate Gul'dan, we'll need to get into heroic dungeons and we'll need to get some materials. This can't be done on normal modes, you'll have to go into heroic dungeons and you'll get a core of flame from the Bloodmaw slag mines, a core of iron from the Grimroll depot, and 1 core of life from the Everbloom.
Come back in one. Apexis crystals are common among the most dangerous parts of Draenor. You will find them immensely useful as you augment your equipment.
For the ring itself, we'll have to pay 986 Apexis crystals, and don't ask me why they chose that number. It's just a silly number, but don't worry too much about it. At level 100, you'll be able to get quests that give you around 800 to 1000 crystals per quest, so it's really not a big deal to get the required materials. Once you've collected all the items and you turn them in over at Khadgar, he will tell you that Terangor has been found and he's chilling in Auchindoun. We're sent in to take Terangor off the chessboard and we'll have to bring back some of his bloods to find the rest of the council. Terangor, in our timeline, he was the first of the Death Knights created by Gul'dan, and you might remember fighting him in the Black Temple. In this reality, he's still in his orcish form and he's part of Gul'dan's Shadow Council.
Those iron cowards were using us as conduits to power their portal. They will regret that. The Shadow Council thanks you.
With the blood of Terangor and all 3 items, Khadgar will be able to find Gul'dan.
For Azeroth. Follow me, Commander. Once we locate Gul'dan, we may have to move quickly. My eyes are open. Vam Shalak, Omeshis, Kaz Tolim. Come on, come on. Where are you? Wait. Here. What? Hiding. He's countering my spell. Champion, killing Terangor must have shaken him up. That's good. But now he knows we're getting closer. We need more power.
During his speech, Khadgar says that we killed Terangor, but I personally don't think we did. Terangor won't go down that easily, since at the end of the dungeon, once he reaches around 10% health, he jumps off the platform claiming that he simply needs more power. I don't know when we'll take care of Terangor, I don't know if he's actually dead, it just doesn't look like it, and I definitely hope we'll see him again. Gul'dan himself also isn't easy to catch, and Khadgar, again, requires more power. He believes that finding Kairos Dormu and getting his essence will allow him to recalibrate his magic to the era of Draenor, since Kairos was the one who helped Garrosh reach this timeline and reality.
Keep your guard. We'll find that dragon, dead or alive.
Perfect timing.
We get to team up with the one and only Chromie, and we're gonna figure out what exactly happened after war crimes, the moment in which Garrosh and Kairos reached Draenor.
Come back in one piece. The trail will not be easy to follow. Start by heading east.
We'll track you from the air. Trail of time anomalies like this. Here! It looks like Garrosh came down this way alone after he first arrived on Draenor. But where was Kairos?
Look at Garrosh. His hands are bound, but he's alone. When did he and Kairos part ways?
That ogre shouldn't be here. Something strange must have happened up on this ridge.
Who is that?
Kairos in disguise. Garrosh killed him. But where is the body?
We must be close. Is this him?
It is. The final resting place of Kairos Dormu.
Betrayed by Garrosh the moment they arrived on Draenor.
Now with the voice files, I kinda already speculated on how this would turn out, and as you can see, Garrosh he killed Kairos, and now we get to kill Kairos again.
Sorry for all the times you're about to get killed. If it's any consolation, you won't remember any of them.
You have the choice to do this quest as either a DPS, healer or tank, and the object is to kill Kairos while staying alive yourself. Don't worry too much about messing up, you have Chromie with you. If you mess up, she will resurrect you and there's no problem at all. Now currently the fight itself, it's pretty simple. All you need to do is balls spawn and you need to keep them in the air, you need to prevent them from landing on the floor, and you do that by standing under it, touch them and they'll go back up into the air. You need to treat Kairos as any other dragon, so stay away from the head and the tail. Kill the ads that spawn, interrupt Kairos as much as possible, and either interrupt, hide or stun when he casts his ripples in time. If you don't, if you get hit by it, the spell will really hurt, so make sure to take care of it.
It's okay. We have all the time in the world.
Champion, you did it!
Kairos is defeated, so time to get our rewards.
Incredible work. The Archmage would be lost without you.
There is much we can learn here. I know now how to defeat Gul'dan's magic and reveal the Shadow Council. But we'll need more power. We will have to tear artifacts from the very heart of the Ogre Empire. I can help you. Let us augment the power of that ring of yours. Hold out your hand and step into the light. Oh, I'm sorry. I should have mentioned that you would be slightly killed.
Khadgar requires even more power, and the next step takes us into the raids. You'll have to take out Imperator Margok, which is the end boss of Heimal, and like I mentioned earlier, this isn't available on the beta.
Come back in one. Don't let down your guard, my friend. The ogres of this era are not all brainless brutes. Some among them are dangerously clever.
So the ring that you get after chapter 1, it's still epic, it's not legendary, and I think it's quite nice. It's item level 680, and you can decide for what spec you want this ring to be. You'll get one for free, but you can buy multiple rings for different specs, but you can only wear one of them at a time. So if you're thinking like, I can buy 2 DPS rings at the vendor, that's not gonna happen. You can only equip one of them at a time. In the next step of the questline, we'll be taking on ogres, but the achievement hints at encountering Gul'dan, since you'll have to save Khadgar's life. The third step of the legendary questline will be assaulting the Blackrock Foundry, and we're going to discover Black Hand's secrets. In my opinion, the legendary questline so far is quite awesome, and I'm very excited to find out where this story is going to go. I have no idea where this story might lead, but it looks like it's going to be very good. A statue in your garrison might be hinting at what's going to happen at the end. I have no idea if this is an indication or if this is just a glorified moment of the final Khadgar Gul'dan battle. We really have no idea, but my personal speculation, headcanon, guessing, is going to be that Khadgar and Gul'dan, they're going to be stuck in some sort of time magic thing, they're going to die simultaneously, and that will be the end of it. I hope I'm wrong, I hope Khadgar is going to live a long and rich life, but yeah, that's just my feeling behind it. Don't take it seriously, we'll see where the legendary questline is going to take us. For now, this is the end of my legendary video, so thank you very much for watching everyone. Subscribe if you like my videos, and until next time guys, see ya!
Our bond is iron, our will unbreakable. Who will stand against us?